Hi, it's Felicia, and welcome back to another video. Today we are resetting the entire kitchen because I feel like it hasn't been fully good cleaned in maybe over a month because of grieving. So I also wanted to share, I realized in February because of the grief of losing Jet, unfortunately, I was severely overthinking everything in my life, my creativity, my career, my friendships. It all felt so overwhelming, but I realized I was just overthinking in an effort to control something because I felt so out of control. And the beginning of March, I knew something needed to change. And I knew at this point that I wasn't going to think my way through change. That just wasn't working. And so I made a plan to just take action, no matter how overthinking, the stress of stuff became, because I realized that the action is the breakthrough that I needed. I'm overthinking because I feel like I'm not doing anything, even though I am doing a lot. And grieving is a whole different process that, I don't know, lots of different things were coming up. But action just needed to happen for me to move through this funk. And I wasn't going to think myself into action. So starting in March, I just decided to take really action-based approaches to the things I was feeling. And sometimes that involves, dancing at dinner, which I'm not a professional chef. I'm just a home chef. I'm also just a home dancer. So please don't judge. mean, honestly, this looks so delicious. This is actually an ancestral beef blend, so I think there's like a bit of organs mixed in, which is really good for you. So, but I almost don't even want to eat because I don't want to stop dancing. But now that I'm sitting down, I realize how exhausted and how much of a workout that is. I'm just going to enjoy this. Wow. That beef is actually so different, but I do like it. And I don't think you typically are supposed to like organ meats very well, but I think when you need them, maybe the craving for them is there a little bit. So I'm gonna enjoy this and catch you tomorrow. I am so thankful that these chickens get me out like first thing every single morning. It is just so good for me to like be awake. Especially today. Today's the time, the daylight, whatever, which I mean, I slept till I wanted to, but it still just feels like it shouldn't be 8 because it should be 7. It's just weird. I'm reading The God in the Woods, and I'm really enjoying it. It's very, I know it's about a summer camp, but for some reason, the way it's written is very springy to me. So I would highly suggest. It was released last year. I think it was on one of the big lists or something. But I'm enjoying it. So yeah, um, just gonna do my reading, guys. So then during the potato 30-minute timer, I've been writing my book again, which is so exciting. I literally just try to do a 30-minute sprint and then I start my sausage. This is just like my same breakfast over and over again. I did not used to be someone who ate the same thing every day, but we're down to simplicity, honestly. But I've been doing this. I started on Monday, today's Sunday, so like 6 full days. every day, and this is the only time I've been writing, and like in the day, I guess. And just those 30 minutes in the morning has gotten me to 4,688 words in 1 week. And um, yeah, that's just, it's so exciting. I've been wanting to restart writing this. I did like 10K words of this last year before moving. And then I realized I wanted to change the tense of it, or like, yeah, I wanted it not to be first person. I wanted it to be third person, so I could explore different perspectives. I tried to edit what I had. That was very hard. So I just decided this go around to start fresh, but I'm gonna get into that so I don't waste any of my 30 minutes. But yeah, I am so happy that I started this habit again. I'm gonna get to it. And breakfast is ready. My hyperfixation breakfast: sweet potatoes and sausage. So I probably wrote for like maybe 40 minutes. Let me do the math. So I wrote 952 words. I don't really care about the words. Like, they're nice. You know, to write a novel, you're trying to aim to get to, I think, 50 to 70,000. Some fantasy novels can be like over 100. I just really like to track. I think it really helps me to be like, oh, literally March 3rd, I had just written 700 words and now I'm at 5,640. Like, that's kind of crazy. That in that short amount of time, to me at least, as a 30-minute a morning writer. But it really helps me when I'm feeling down or like uninspired, maybe a little bit, to really see, or when I feel like I haven't done anything. I get that feeling a lot with my projects and stuff. So tracking almost just helps me see, yeah, you like literally have done something, a lot of stuff. But in terms of the actual writing, I do really just want to focus on the story and not trying to get to 50,000 words. But I just like to track for the vibes and to show myself like the progress I have made later. But oh my gosh, I'm to this like kind of plot point in the very beginning. It's actually so much more of a surprise because of how I've already kind of changed it. So it made the surprise of this happening a lot more, like, have a lot more of a punch, which is exciting. And then another plot point happened or plot twist happened for me because I have outlined a lot of this book, and that was part of the issue I was having because I realized that I much prefer discovery writing over like heavy outlining. So I have the big picture now, and I'm like, I just want to let what happens kind of happen. That just makes the writing so much more fun for me. And so something happened that I wasn't expecting that was like, oh, that would make so much sense for this character to meet this character again, etc. So now I have to kind of mull that over. But I literally end these sessions so lit up with my book, and I think, oh, I'm gonna write like later today. I haven't yet written like later today, but I know I come back to it every single morning, so the progress is still happening, and I'm thinking about it all day. I like almost leave myself on cliffhangers, so I come back and I'm just like, oh yeah. So that's just my new writing routine, and it's working out really well. I'm excited to see the progress I will have made by the end of the month, but I'm gonna take a break, maybe watch some of my favorite YouTubers, because that's my favorite thing to do on Sundays is catch up with all my YouTubers. So, yeah, I don't know where I will pick back up with you, but I will catch you in a bit. We are painting this run today. And then all it needs is the roof and the wire and a door right here. And then they will be able to enjoy it, which I'm really excited about. But I wanted to close out this vlog. It's just a few days later, actually. But like I said, just decided to take a ton of action starting in March in an effort to stop overthinking, essentially. And it worked. Like, the breakthrough is in the action. I'm overthinking because of the lack of action, and now I feel better. I don't know. I just feel like I'm doing the things that I've been overthinking. And maybe they're imperfect, and maybe, yeah, I don't know. But I'm just glad that I'm doing them. I'm writing my book, I'm vlogging again. I showed you some of the crochet, the granny squares. I want to do a tote bag that I'd wanted to do for months, and yeah, I'm just excited to like be doing stuff, and it just makes me feel better. So, if there's something that you are have just been mulling over, that just seems so silly to be beating yourself up over, or like you're just realizing that like it's building up because you're not taking the action, just start any little thing with it. Like, whenever I did the granny square, it was literally like, okay, instead of being mad at myself about this, I'm just gonna go check my yarn box. And it turned out I had the exact colored yarn I needed for the tutorial already. I didn't even need to go to the store. So I was like, oh, this feels like a sign to just go ahead and do this. And then, yeah, like I said, the book, I was just like, I just gotta do this. Like, I can't outline anymore. I can't flesh out these characters anymore. Like, I could technically, but it's just not helpful for me at this point. And I could just be mad that my kitchen isn't clean, or I could just clean it, or I could just, yeah. And then once it's clean, it's like, oh, the dancing is flowing, and then it moves out of your body, and then you're having a great meal, and then it's so many things feed into each other. Sometimes you can't fix the thought before taking the action. Sometimes you can, but I was like waiting for my thoughts to get aligned so my actions could like be perfectly energetically aligned or whatever. You can edit an action, you can edit work that's been done. You can't edit a blank page. And I'm overthinking because the page is blank. um, so it's okay to just start and do it imperfectly, and like that's the breakthrough, or at least it was for me, this spiral. And hopefully I'll remember it a little earlier for the next spiral. But happy freaking March. Happy spring. I'll give you a small tutorial before we go, but thank you so much for watching. And yeah, let me know the thing you're wanting to take action on this week. So where this ladder is will be a door. This obviously will all have mesh. We'll have a little door out from their coop. They can be in here, and there'll be a metal roof. not too much more to paint, but still the rest of the afternoon probably. So